A couple of years ago, the federal government established the National Council for Social Workers. Journalist and social worker Musluddin Adebayo joins me now to discuss the essence of this council and its likely impact. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Good afternoon.
So tell us how the inauguration of the council will impact social work profession in Nigeria.
Okay, let me formally introduce myself just for a few seconds. My name is Musluddin Adebayo. I'm a journalist. I'm also a social worker. I'm the National Public Relations Officer of Nigeria Association of Social Workers. And our association is the umbrella body for social workers in Nigeria. In 2022, former President Buhari, he signed a law, Nigerian Council for Social Work. And that law specified that there shall be a council. And that council is the one that will regulate social work in Nigeria, just like we have the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Council of Legal Education, and all other councils. So the council, the reason for the enactment of the law is to regulate social work in Nigeria, just like it is being done in other countries like US, UK, and even in South Africa.
But I'd like to know, the specific challenges that the council aims to address and what mechanisms have been put in place for oversight and accountability.
Okay, yes, the specific role the council is to play is to regulate the profession, because in Nigeria it is unfortunate that many people are yet to know the importance of social work. And, we have a lot of people, we have a lot of quacks, people that are not trained, performing social work role. For example, in the hospital, we're supposed to have social workers that will assist indigent patients. We're supposed to have social workers in the school, that is, they are called school social workers, even in rehabilitation center, even in the prisons. But it is unfortunate that we pushed for the bill, and it was passed into law, and it was this is the bill. That is, it has been gazetted. So it was signed by former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2022. But it's just unfortunate that up to now, despite our cries, despite our plead, we have written several letters to the presidency. We have written several letters to the secretary, to the state, that is the secretary to the federal government. This is a letter to president. Even our president, Alhaji Mashood Mustafa, he wrote a open letter to the president, pleading that there is a need for the president to constitute and establish this council, because without this council, many social workers.
I'm a bit confused. I thought you said it's been inaugurated by President Muhammadu Buhari.
No, this is the act. The act was signed, and one of the specific provisions of the act is that that is the section 1. There shall be a council, that is Nigerian Council for Social Work. That is the council that will regulate social work in Nigeria. Like in the nursing, we have Nursing Council of Nigeria. That is the council that regulates the profession. And even, some practitioners that may be dealing in sub-practices. So the council will have the power. Even I, as a social worker, if I, God forbid, if I do anything contrary to the provisions of the law, I can be sanctioned. So that is the...
So I want to understand your plea. You said you've written a series of open letters to the president. What exactly are you asking for?
Yes, we are asking the federal government to please constitute and establish the council, because this is the act. The act states that there shall be a council to be established by the federal government through the minister.
Any reply so far?
For now, because there is no positive response. That is why it's one of the reasons why I'm here. This is a letter, open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari. It was signed and received at the presidency. This is another letter. Okay, yes. This is, in fact, this is recent. That's in April, we wrote a letter to the secretary to the federal government that they should please establish this council, so that when they establish it, this council, you know, will regulate our profession. Because like we have many big factories in Nigeria, you know, because all these things, they are being handled by the people that are not trained to do the work. So.
Well, I'm curious to know how the council, hopefully when it's eventually inaugurated, how it will help reduce quackery in the profession, you know, and what measures will be taken to ensure that only qualified professionals are entrusted, you know, with the important task.
Okay, the Act says that this council will define the mode of operation for social workers. It is this council that will determine the qualifications for people that, you know, they call themselves social workers. So, and then when this council is in place, definitely they will go to schools. You know, they will go to agencies that have social workers. Just like, you know, recently we have the TRCN, that is TRCN. So that TRCN, now they are saying that without TRCN certificate, you cannot teach. So that is one of the things that the council will be handling.
Okay, so what are some of the challenges, you know, facing the social work sector in Nigeria, and what benefits can Nigerians expect from the inauguration of the council?
Yes, you know, one of the major problems is that the level of awareness of social work is very low in Nigeria. That is one. Number two is that the issue of recognition. You know, when there are disasters, social workers, they are supposed to be there. Because those social workers, we are the one that will provide psychosocial support to victims. But because we are not recognized, that is another challenge. Then when we talk about benefit, you know, social work is a practice-based profession and academic discipline. The aged, they have a lot of benefit because there is an aspect of social work that we call geriatric social work. That is for the aged. You know, when you go to the UK, when you go to the US, even in African countries like Ghana and South Africa, they have all these things in place. So, like the issue of IDPs, we have a lot of sharp practices going on in the IDP, that is internally displaced persons. You know, it's a double jeopardy. Somebody who has been chased out of his house, you know, in another environment, you know, they are facing a lot of challenges. So if we have this council in place, they will send social workers into those places that they are, because they have the skill, they have the you know, they have the required skill and the knowledge to provide certain you know, certain things for the people. Those are some of the benefits that Nigerians are going to benefit when we have this council on board.
Journalist and social worker Musluddin Adebayo, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.